Let's take a look at the social context of A Streetcar Named Desire. It's clearly set in the middle of the 20th century, sometime around 1947, in the post-World War II era. The play takes place in New Orleans, a city with a proud heritage and culture, but the South of America was often not seen as progressive and forward-thinking as the West Coast and East Coasts, or the North. The South was still recovering from the American Civil War, and the culture was still determined by the remnants of issues associated with the slave trade. Views on sexuality and gender. Traditional views of sexuality and gender were coming into collision with those adopted and chosen by a younger generation who felt that the South was backwards-looking, conservative, and outmoded. Religion and trends. Society had become more secularized. For example, people issued traditional Christianity and moral codes, and they were becoming more materialistic. Issues like modern media, fashion, and music started to influence society. Visage of the South. The South could be moneyed and appear successful, but underneath the veneer was something more fragile and darker. Let's recap that. He felt that the American South was backwards-looking, conservative, and outmoded. Was it Stanley and Stella, an emerging younger generation, the generation that lived through the war, or Williams's predecessors? The correct answer is an emerging younger generation. Setting, the play takes place in New Orleans, a city with a proud heritage and culture. South America is often seen as not being as progressive and forward-thinking as the North or the East and West Coasts. The South was still recovering from the American Civil War, and culture was still determined by the remnants of issues associated with the slave trade. Traditional views of sexuality and gender were coming into collision with those adopted and chosen by a younger generation, who felt that the South was becoming backward-looking, conservative, and outmoded. How was society changing when A Streetcar Named Desire was set? It was becoming more secularized, people were becoming more materialistic, and the younger generation felt the South was backwards-looking and conservative. And where is A Streetcar Named Desire set? Set in New Hampshire, New York, New Orleans, or New Jersey? Correct answer is New Orleans. And that's everything you need to know about the social text.